Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. I'm back! Thanks for waiting. Thanks for the support. This is the Force of Fandom Episode 3. We have a bunch of things to talk about. Catching up on some Star Wars news. And this should not be news to you, viewers of our videos, that Rian Johnson's trilogy is not happening. It's not happening. But we have to stay on target. Kathleen Kennedy fired. Rian Johnson's trilogy canceled. And Jon Kasdan writing the Star Wars story movies. It's not happening anymore. He's not... But I am really mad on some other news I think you know already. But he's not writing the Star Wars standalone movies anymore. And it's all thanks to the Force of Fandom. And don't let anyone say anything different, because they blame fatigue. They blame all this other junk that they're trying to convince their stockholders and licensing partners. We don't believe it. We know it. We need to own it. We need to say we caused this, and there's more that we have our targets on. And we're staying on target. And part of the staying on target is Jon Kasdan. Here's the proof that Star Wars stories movies are on hold and Kathy is on her way out. That's all except for Obi-Wan. They put way too much work in there. It's going to happen. It's just being delayed. They are trying to push Jon Kasdan on Indy now. And that makes me really mad because he shouldn't be rewarded for failure. Jon was being groomed by nepotism to take over and to have the Star Wars story be his thing. Remember his plea on Twitter to ask Disney for more Star Wars story movies and that they actually listen? Yeah, he was basically begging for his job to keep writing those Star Wars story movies. There's a reason for that. That was his path and he messed it up. And now they are moving him on to Indy. He failed and he still gets work. I'm really thinking there's problems with Disney altogether, but Lucasfilm is the bigger problem than Disney. Yeah, they listened all right, but you're not working on them anymore. He failed, and they gave him another iconic male hero to destroy. Another one of our most, yes, that is right, I'm saying R. When you charge admission and you have a fandom, it becomes the fan's character too. So it's our hero, and they moved him on to another one to destroy. A fandom that carries the property, they have the right to say our Indiana Jones, our Star Wars, our characters. We're part of this too. If you don't have an audience, what is it? Watch it in your garage by yourself. Make whatever you want, Rian, and view it in your own garage. Once you create it for the public and you start charging admission, the public, the customer, has a right to say, and the customer is always right. I keep saying that. And I'm done with this. There's so many people working right now that are way, way more qualified than Jon Kasdan. And this is what we get for our beloved properties. It's not right. And I do not have a problem with diversity. What I do have a problem with, though, is arrogance and being taken for granted. I personally work in customer service for my day job. For almost 20 years, I've worked in customer service. And the way the entertainment industry treats customers is extremely toxic. And it's unbelievable how in corporate culture of these entertainment companies, toy companies, merchandise companies, that they try to distance themselves. And in this case, attack the customers. They should be bridging the gap and welcome their fans and paying customers, include them, and represent them. And if I said half the things that these buffoons tweet on Twitter, I wouldn't have my job anymore. And they shouldn't be any different. They think they could say whatever they want because they've been getting away with it for so long. And the thing that gets me worked up more than anything is when they say, you don't like it, move on. Move on to what exactly? This keeps happening to all our fandoms, beyond just Star Wars. You move on, you move on. We are here to stay. Fatigue? Yeah, right. Months of absolutely yelling at a brick wall, ignoring us, shouting what we want and what we care about. No fatigue on our end. If there was fatigue, these videos wouldn't be getting views anymore. People care about Star Wars. There is a huge market there. No fatigue. And there never will be. We're never going to get tired of talking about this junk until it's over. Then we'll get tired of it. You know what? I tried to prepare. I gave her a bone, and she's still going to bomb the video. We're so mad in here. It's a dog house. Yeah, get real mad, Callie. I'm mad too. When I say for us to stay together, I mean it. For all fandoms. This is it. And I honestly do not care what Jon Kasdan's preferences are. But what I do have an issue with is his arrogance. He is a liability. I should get to another picture here. Sorry. I was getting so worked up, and then my dog got me off track too. Okay. Here's a picture of Jon Kasdan. I think that's him in outfit on the Solo movie. I haven't seen Solo, so I think he's an extra in it. I'm not sure. Okay, getting back to Jon Kasdan's preferences. I don't care about it, but I do care what I do have an issue with is his arrogance. He is a liability. Even if he does his job, what's he going to say after the movie? One tweet goes the wrong way, he could bomb a box office like he did for Ron Howard. Ron Howard should be more angry than anybody. But he's a good stand-up guy, so he won't. But he probably... This guy you're looking at in the picture probably ruined Ron Howard's chances to make Willow 2. Because that's why he came in and saved the day. If they would have all shut up, it might have done better. But no, they keep tweeting and tweeting. His arrogance, he's a liability, and if he had Lando love a droid, but created an amazing script, no one would be caring right now. But the script didn't cut it, and neither did the movie. The reality is, he gave more thought to Pando than how Han got that Solo name. And that just proves his priorities. And I'm telling you, Disney, Bob Iger, stockholders, if you let this unqualified man baby ruin Johnson, Indiana Jones, I am throwing a boycott warning now for Indy 5. And I ask you all that are upset with this to join with me, because when this news broke, I couldn't believe it. He failed. He didn't get his Star Wars story, so what did they do? Move him on to Indiana Jones. What garbage. That's the kind of fear us boycotters need to show these big companies. Viewers, go ahead. Say in the comments what you will do when Indy 5 comes out if Disney rewards failure with Jon Kasdan writing Indiana 5. You know, Disney, Lucasfilm, Hollywood, they just can't admit we were successful. And you know what? It's easy to boycott. We only have to be partially successful to destroy their profits and their bottom line. Actually, we only need to be like 20% successful. Yeah, that's right. 2 in 10 people who decide not to put up with garbage and join a boycott can destroy a movie's box office. That makes a big difference and a huge dent. And it's not about trying to destroy movies because we hate them. It's because we love these properties and they keep doing this over and over again. And all that baloney about getting Indiana Jones 5 right as a swan song to Harrison Ford, this just proves there's no plan. They're just phoning it in again. If they don't have a story to tell, don't tell it. And that's what because of his hiring, I don't think they have a story to tell. It should be coming, if there was something to say, it would be coming together easily. But it's not. So leave it alone. I don't see Indiana Jones 5 becoming a great successful hit with this guy on the left. He just doesn't care that, well, he cares about some things, but I don't think it's about the character. And here's some more images I put together for this episode of The Force of Fandom. This is his track record, his work history. Does his job history justify taking on two of the most iconic male characters in movie history, Han and Indy? No, it doesn't. Look at those. 2012, 2007. Rotten Tomatoes, 50%, 43%. Also writing credits on Freaks and Geeks and Dawson's Creek. You know how long ago that was? What a spotty work history. This is worse than Rian Johnson. I was thinking about doing an image like this for Rian Johnson too. So let me know if you want to see the next episode. But what's the point anymore? Do you still want to see Harrison when it's this hard to get a script together? If it's this hard to get a script together, let it go. Look at him there. And are they delaying the inevitable? Maybe you don't like Chris Pratt. Maybe you think the latest Jurassic Park was garbage too. But are they just delaying the inevitable? If they're going to make more Indiana Jones movies, why do we keep doing this over and over? It's just like Terminator with Arnold. You can make Terminator movies without Arnold. No, the new movie I have high hopes for, because they're getting they're retconning a lot of that other garbage and the director. So, but do you need Harrison? Now, what they did with Han was an abomination. But you get an actor with confidence that believes he could do it. That's all you need to do. It's not as hard as they say. Are they just delaying the inevitable? And these are questions for you. I have my personal view. I welcome opposing opinions. I like to respond to opposing opinions. I personally think, unless a miracle happens, that this Indiana Jones 5 is going to be another train wreck. So I say just let it go, or just recast with an actor that has some acting chops, some confidence, and some humor. Me personally, I think Chris Pratt does it with a competent director. With Steven Spielberg and Chris Pratt in the role, I think would be a great combination. That's my opinion. Maybe you think I'm wrong. Please comment below. And then, Glow Season 2. I really like Cobra Kai. I love Cobra Kai. This is another series that I absolutely and really enjoyed. It's on Netflix right now. I just binge watched Season 2 while I was on my vacation. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing show. And it doesn't pull punches. It has some great storylines. And tell me if you've watched it or if you're planning to. Or give me a recommendation, something else to catch up on. And I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Just join in the conversation, and I'll see you on the next video.